from our notes. First of all, we have talked about why we should learn SQL language. I don't think you are very interested on this one. From your purpose, your site, you need to learn SQL since it is asked in the exam. That's it. We have talked about SQL history. We have talked about SQL introduction. Then this is our information. Apart from index fundamentals, we were not able to cover it. And SQL tuning, advanced index usage, we have seen almost everything here. We have even talked about in the Windows functions, common table expression, with expressions and others, joins, having, subqueries, group by aggregates and others we have talked about. These are the SQL standards. Again, we have talked about them. We have this SQL dialects, even for selecting date. For example, in the SQLite, we can select date this way. Let me show it. Let's say SQLite 3. I can see the select date. I can say that now, and I can see the value. But this is SQL Server version, and it doesn't work in the SQLite since there is no get date function.
John, we can't see the screen.
Please, please tell me beforehand. It seems that I am sharing. Let me
We
share.
see your email only.
Okay. I shared wrong one then. Do you see the do you see this SQLite here?
Yes, Hocam.
Okay, then let me start it again. We started why we should learn SQL language. As I have said before, you need to learn it since you want to pass this course. We have talked about SQL history a little bit. We have talked about SQL introduction. One of the most important figures for our purposes is this one. You need to know select from where, group by aggregates, joins, having, subqueries. Here, index fundamentals, you are not responsible since we were not able to cover index fundamentals. But for the other parts, this common table expression, Windows functions, recursive queries, we have covered. Again, SQL tuning and advanced index usage, we were not able to cover. But apart from that, this index part, we have covered everything. For you, most important part is junior developer part. Therefore, this select from where, group by, joins, having, subqueries, and let's say these common table expressions. Okay. Any questions about this figure? If you go over the others, we have talked about SQL standard. The SQL standard standardized the SQL. It is not so much important, but you need to know that the newer versions are more powerful, and new open source databases and new modern databases support these new versions, and if possible, you should use them. We have different SQLite dialects. It is not so much important for you since you have a written examination, and I am accepting any SQL dialect, and if it seems workable SQL statement, I will accept it. We have this other SQL dialects, but for us, we have mostly work with the SQLite dialect. Then we have these command types. Okay, create the alter for data definition. We have this data query language for select, data manipulation language for insert, update, delete, data control language, grant, revoke, and deny, and transaction control language, begin transaction, commit transaction, rollback, and save transaction part. Okay. As I have said in the last lesson, okay, you will be responsible for transactions. At least one question will come from transactions. Therefore, look at begin transaction, commit transaction, and rollback transaction and how they work. Data query language select. I don't think we need to go over for this one. This select syntax ordering is important one. Select from where group by having order by part. Okay. I think I have asked the questions about this topic in the in my midterm exam, and you have tried to solve it. And I would like to add one more topic here. And this is, okay, semantic ordering. Normally we have this select from where group by having an order by. It is the writing syntax order, but we have also the semantic ordering. If you look at this figure, this semantic ordering start from part. From and join is the first line in this semantic ordering. Why? Or what does it mean, semantic ordering? Nobody?
John, does it mean like when writing the code, which ones you should write first?
That is syntax ordering.
Oh, I thought you said syntax ordering. What was the question?
The question is that here this in this screen, okay, I have this select some statement from R join as using ID, and then from there, then group by, then having, then order by, okay. This part is from our purposes, okay, is the syntax order, how I should write the select, okay. But in this semantic ordering part, I start from R. Why I start from a table name? Since I need to know what data I will be selecting from which table, therefore I need to start from in the semantic ordering. If you think about it, okay, this select from where group by having an order by is created so that it conforms to English language syntax. Okay, select name from customer, for example. I am saying that I am selecting name column from customer table. But think about this example, okay? I'm in the Chinese table. New SQL script. Here, let me write select, okay? And then no proposal. I am using control space and it says to me no proposal. Why it says to me no proposal? Since he doesn't know what I would like to do. But let's say open this part, tables. Okay, I have a customer table, okay? Then let me write from customer C. and then come here. What happened? It shows me something. How it can show me something? This customer ID, first name, last name, they are columns of customer. Therefore, it says that you started with the from customer. There is a from customer here. Okay. Semantically, it knows that since I have written this from customer C, it knows that I will be selecting something from customer. Okay. Then, for example, I can write C dot customer ID. Then C dot first name, C dot last name. Okay. Therefore, okay, here, this is a syntax ordering. I need to write first select, then from. But from execution point of view, from semantic point of view, I need the first from. Okay. Then let's say I have a from, and I am saying that inner join employer a on a dot employee ID equals to C dot support representation ID. Then when I come here and write E, or again use dot here, in addition to customer information, okay, it shows me also employee information. How it knows that showing this employee information is possible, or when I write E dot employee ID, last name, first name, title, and the other information as here. Why? Since I joined these two tables together here using this E and C information. Here, this part has worked at the start. It should work this part. Then it knows that I will be getting information from customer and employee tables together. Then I can write this select part. Okay. From semantically, from execution order of view, this from part is the first part. It should know which tables are my data source. Okay, source. Okay. And here, this part. Then it works, for example, I can say that var, for example, C dot, I don't know, CT equals to, I don't know customers T's, but let me open columns and here data, and for example, here Prague or Vienna. Okay, and let me show this one, then okay, I need to E dot, for example, employee ID. Okay, I have only one customer from Vienna. But for Prague, for example, I have more customers. Let me see the Prague. Okay, for the Prague, 2 more customers. And what does it do? First, from and using information, it decides which tables I will be working. Then, using where, okay, it filters this information. Then, if I am putting some information aggregation and the others, it works aggregation. Okay. Then, again, I have this where after the group by. This where part is actually a filter having this part. This is wrong according to SQL. And then I have an order by. Then I have this select part. Okay. This second where is wrong. This should be having. Since this filter is the after aggregate filter. Therefore, I have asked a question about what is the difference between where and having. It is a common interview question. Okay, we have this semantic ordering here: from, where, group by, having, order by, and then lastly select. Okay, semantic ordering is the how the select statement is processed by the database engine. Since semantic ordering is the how the database process, when you are writing in the GUI graphical user interface your SQL statement, writing this from statement first is actually advantage, is a plus for you. So then this IntelliSense will work. For example, here let me show it again another example. Okay, new SQL statement. I am writing select. Okay, then no proposal. But let's say I'm adding a from, and let's say for example invoice here. Then again control space. It shows me, oh, okay, you will be selecting from invoice. Then I can show you invoice ID, customer ID, invoice date, and the other information from the invoice table. Therefore, this from part semantically from execution order perspective starts first. Okay. We have this basic example. I think you all know for this part, select from customer, select first name, last name. We can have a calculated columns. We can have column aliases. We can have table aliases. We can have, again, table aliases for distinguishing between the same columns. For example, here, another example. Why this table aliases is useful here, since both customer, okay, has a first name, last name, and also employee tables has a first name, last name. If I don't do this table aliases, okay, here, it will say to me ambiguous column name. Why it is saying ambiguous column name? Since this first name exists both in the customer table and also employee table, and it says that which one I will be selecting to. Either I need to write this one as a long form here, like customer dot, and here dot employee dot. Okay, then it will work. Okay, since I am using table aliases here, I need to write table alias here also. This query at least should work. Let me see if it is possible to write this one with the aliases, without aliases. Let me see. Employee. Then let's see if it will work. Yeah, okay. If without aliases, as you can see, it works also. But longer form is a hassle. Why should I write longer customer dot, employee dot, employee dot? And instead of writing this longer form, okay, here putting this information as let's say C, and putting this information as E, and giving this aliases customer employee E and running them here. Okay, table alias makes the query shorter, and both of them will give you the same result. But as you can see, the other part is longer. And we have more complex example like here. We can have a SQL comments, no problems. We can have this single line comments and multi-line comments. Okay, and these multi-line commands are supported by a lot of programming languages. Since SQLite, the first version, is also is affected by MySQL a lot. Also, this code is taught as a string, and therefore, since strings are ignored if they are not in the select statements or and the other things, sometimes they also use this one as a command, but please do not do it. Either use this single line command or this multi-line command for your purposes, since this command syntax works with the Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQLite, and a lot of the other databases. This is the standard way of doing this one. We have distinct. Yeah, for example, we can have select first name and select distinct first name. I don't think I need to repeat it. Does anybody not know the distinct function? Let's say everybody knows the distinct, and come here, run this function. This is our distinct customer names. And if we think about right now in distinct customer names, we have 57 names. But if I run customer without distinct, I will see 59. It seems that I have 2 of the names are repeating, or one name 3 times. How can I find this duplicate name? Any idea? How to find this duplicate name, first name, in the customer table? Which names are removed, or which first names are same in customer table? Do you understand this question at least? Bartu, Doğa?
Anladım hocam soruyu da. Şimdi nasıl yapılacağını bilmiyorum.
Okay. Then again, this is a very classic SQL interview question. Okay. It works this way. I have this first name. Okay. Let me show it here, first name. Let me put count first name here. Then say that group by first name. What will I see after this query? But what will be the result here?
Customer'dan aldığı iki isimleri gösterecek.
Aaron 1, Alexandra 1, Astrid 1, Mujon 1. It shows me count of these names, correct?
Yes.
Then let me order this one by second column, descending. This will show me Mark and Frank is duplicate names. How can I show from this query only Mark and Frank? I need to filter. What is the filter keywords?
where kullanabilir miyiz? We should say where count is greater than 1.
Okay, let's where count first name is greater than 1.
Şeyde yapabilir miyiz hocam? Hani zaten biz burada öğrendik ya hangilerinin olduğunu.
Needs
Like
use of
desek.
aggregate. Let me finish your friends and Bartu, I will listen to you, okay? Here, where count first name greater than 1. Okay, the problem is this one. This I have shown you. Okay. SQL introduction. Here, semantic ordering. First from, where, group by, having, order by, and select. As you can see, since I am using this group by, this where will work before group by. But to be able to use this count, I need this group by. Therefore, I cannot use this count part in the where condition. Where will filter from the table, okay? Bartu, I'm listening to you.
Ya ilk başta Salih demeden önce şey geldi hocam aklıma. Zaten ilk başta gördük ya isimleri. Oradan like ile çekmek geldi de Salih'in dediği de daha mantıklı.
Here, instead of where, I need to use this having. Since this having is a filter condition which works after group by. Okay? And when I run this code, as you can see, Mark and Frank is here. Let me go over this query again. Okay? First of all, I start with select first name from customer. Okay? This will bring me the customer names. Then I am adding this part. Okay, select from customer, group by, first name, and adding count first name to here, and it will show me how many times a name occurs. How many times given first name occurs. Okay. And I am using this order by count, order by 2, ordered by duplicate count, this will show me the names. And last, I need to use having for filter, since where works before group by, having works after group by. Okay. Here, I need this counts. Okay. I need to have a descending. I need to able to filter this column. I need to use having. Okay. And with aggregate functions. Any question in this one? Okay, then let's continue.
Yes, hocam. Sorry. Can we
You
use?
can talk Turkish, no problem.
No. I'll speak English. But can we use intersect or union all or like something like that?
But
for this?
here, the problem this one. I need a filter. Intersect, except, and union. These are set operations. Correct?
Okay.
I am not
Yes.
asking which names are common or which names are this part. Let's see here. Okay. Here we have this set operations. Okay. Union all, intersect and accept. Okay. How can I use for this common? I am not saying, for example, which I am not asking that which names are common both in customer and both in let's say employee table. Then intersect is a good example. Can I solve these questions about common names in we can solve this question this way also. Okay, here I am using this having, but you can solve this question this way also. Okay, with okay names count as okay select star from names count. Since I would like to use this one as a here, I'm renaming that one as a count. Okay, as count. Here, as you can see, I am getting this information again. Here, I can say that where count is greater than 1. This is also possible. This is common table expression. I can use this one as a, again, select star from. This is a from subquery. I am getting this information again here, where here count greater than 1. Okay, and also this will also work. This one is using having. The filter will work after group by. Here I am using this one as a temporary virtual table with the with statement. Here I am using this inner query from part, okay, a query, subquery. Then using this where count is greater this one, but most of the time using this one as a name count. This one is a name count is better. Why? Since the count is a function, okay, and I don't want to use this count in a in the same way. This is more understandable. Here, what you say is this one, okay. I have this, let's say this one, this information here somewhere. Okay, and you are saying, how can I use set operations for finding duplicate names? I don't know. I need to look at if it is possible. Do you think? Does any of you think if it is possible? Could I use SQL set operations, set intersect and union to find duplicate first names in customer table? Could I use set operation except intersect and union to find duplicate first name in the customer table? You can do in intersect operator, it says, but the answer is using with the group by and having. Okay. I don't know if it is possible to use intersect and the other operations, this ones, okay, here, to find duplicate names in the same table. Yeah. I don't know, okay, but for me, not possible. Let me first of all rename this one, save as. Today is 2025 0103. Okay, let's continue our questions. This is semantic ordering. This one we have talked about commands, we have talked about this thing. The problem, these things will remove the part, okay? Maybe something like this one would be possible, but select this thing, then put to get the customer IDs. Yeah, no. This is the most basic solutions, I think, for the duplicate names. I don't know if it is possible to use these other examples. We have talked about where, equals, not equals, greater, and other information. This in, logical operators and or not operators. We have talked about in operators. We have talked about between, like operators. For example, finding customer, their first name start with L, for example. This is one example. We can find them. We have this chaining of conditions. If we need to chain this and or and the others, we should use parentheses. Therefore, it is more understandable. These are basic things. I don't think I need to repeat them. Should I? Okay. Again, this null operator thing, this is one of the important part, especially this null valued logic. Okay. For example, let me see in our tables, something is properties. Yeah. For example, this company information is null. Okay. How will I find customer whose company's information is null? How will I find customers who has no company info given or company info is empty? Ahmetcan? Doruk Efe?
Bilmiyorum hocam.
Fevzi?
I don't know.
Okay. Let's say I am writing this one, select. Again, I am starting with the from customer. Okay, let's say customer ID and customer first name. And let's say customer company. Let me write this information. Okay, as you can see, some of them are null. If I write var c.company equals to null, I'm not getting any information. Why?
Not equal, it should be is.
Yeah, it should be is now. Okay. Then I have some information, and right now I am getting 49 company. Let's say this Puja is also now. Okay, let me go to this customer data, and let's go to this Puja and this one information. Okay, or let me write this way and save this one. Okay, here this Puja right now is not null, but it is what it is, empty string. Okay, null and empty string is different. And if I run this query, Puja is not here. I would like to see company info is empty. How will I do that? Here I have written what?
Can we use where C company equals empty string?
Yes, but I need to write also or, so that both of these conditions are true. Since I am asking in the question no company given, this is null, and company info is empty, as you say, and I will write here, okay, C dot company equals to, and here Puja. This could be a very basic starting question. Do you think it is hard?
No.
But this is a legitimate question by the customer. Could be customer, or let's say my superior may ask that, yeah, we have some customers, but these customers we don't have company information. Bring them to me. The null and empty string is different in the SQL language. Okay, here we need to, and also let's say I have entered this Manoj, for example. Let's go to the Manoj here, okay, and put some spaces there and save it. Go to this table again, and here let me run, and Manoj is not here. How will I also add Manoj here? I have 5 spaces in the company information. In the data entry, I made a mistake, and this 5 spaces is there. Or it may be 3 or 4 spaces. I don't know. I don't care.
Emin değilim ama bir tane boşluk bırakıp modülüs işareti koyarak olabilir mi?
Yeah, but for this one, but for this type of things, most of the time you need to go, and here, as you can see, we have some functions, string functions, for example. Okay, then in the string functions, we have something called the stream, remove spaces. Then let me go and say that trim, okay, C that company equals to, since this is redundant, the trim will show this one, but let's say for put, and Manoj is here. Since the trim is already removing the spaces, I may remove this one, and I think it should bring both of them together. No. Manoj and Puja is only this way. Why? Is null, Okay. I need to use this way, then it will work. Yeah. Any question? Is empty or white space? Do you understand how this query works? Furkan? Mustafa? Doruk?
Anladım hocam.
Okay, then let's continue. We were in the here null functions. Okay. The null functions allow me to replace null values with something else. For example, I can say that white space, and then let me add an information here and say that please show in the report that the company information is not given if they are null or empty. Okay. Otherwise, show their company information. Okay, I'm asked for a report, and normally, okay, I have this information for this all of the customer, Embraer, JetBrains, Woodstock, Banco, and the others are here. But if it is now, okay, I'm asked to show company information is not given. How will I do this one? Okay, for this part, the most basic and most easiest to use is this qualiscate function. Use this company. The qualiscate function shows first not null information, and here we can write here this part. As company, and run this information. Did I make a mistake? Company. Okay, if there are spaces in the query, they do not work very well. Okay, company information is not given, but for this Manoj and Pooja, these last two ones, I see empty values. How will I fix this issue? Here again, we need to look at these other functions, okay? Here, for example, null if function returns first argument if two arguments, or we can use this SQL case. Case is the best one, okay? I can write something like this one, case c.company. It is most of the time most fundamental. When is null, then, for example, I can write something like this, c.company. When trim c.company equals to this part. Then again I will write this, else c dot company, and here, and I don't need this part, and here company info. I don't think this part is okay. Think of this case as a switch statement. Bartu? Do you understand this question? And answer.
Tam sayılmaz hocam.
Okay. Here, I need to show this extra information. For spaces, I'm using this stream and say that the company's information is not given. Coalescate is the better use case for only one. But if I need to handle a lot of different cases, this switch part, this case and when, like a C language switch, is more easier to use, okay? Like here. And most of the time, I put this and part in parentheses, case and part in parentheses, okay? So that I know that where the case start and end start and how they are finished, okay? But you don't have to, as you can see, without that one, it also works. But I like to use these parentheses to delimit the case part so that it is more understandable. But other than that, it works. We have this SQL and null functions. Okay, if we need to handle null and the others, we can use this case and coalescate. Aggregate functions we have talked about, okay, minimum, maximum count, sum, average. I don't think we need to go over them. They are obvious. Group by, we have talked about it and we have done examples. Okay, group by all invoices in the customer ID, count number of invoices, calculate sum and other information. For example, a real life example, for example, many people are employed by companies. How many people are employed by companies in each different city, for example, okay? Or here, I can ask in the customer, I have a city, how many, which city has the most customer? How can I solve this question? Which city has the most customer? How will I solve this question? It is very similar to this one. We use the name, but here we need to use what? Here columns are here. I need to use again select. Okay, let's say city from customer C and here count city, but I need to group by city. This will bring me what? This will bring me how many customers each city has. And then I can order by 2 descending. 2 is the second column, or I can write this one as a longer form. It will also work. And here, okay, Sao Paulo, Prague, Paris, Mountain View, and London and Berlin has the most customers. As you can see, this type of questions are mostly about the user requirements, a deep question. I can ask, for example, which of my employees has the most salary? Okay. Or which employees has born in January, for example. I have this employee and birth date. Which of my employees are born in January? How will I solve this question? First of all, let's start to see, okay, from employee e dot employee ID, e dot first name, e dot last name, and e dot birth date. Let's see how the data is there. Okay, as you can see, I don't have a lot of information here. Here, from looking there, only one of them is born in the January. How will I handle this January part? How will I replace this 0.1? Any question? Any idea? I don't want you to solve the question. Give me some brainstorming. Give me some ideas to work with.
Şey olabilir mi hocam? Birth dates between işte burada atıyorum 1900 deriz. 2100 deriz. Arasına da 0-1. Böylece işte 1900 ile 2100 arasında Ocak ayında doğmuşlar almaz mı?
Okay. Where a dot birth date this one. Here, of course, I need to use this like. Yes. But the better one should be, if you look at this like part, okay, in the where, we have this like operator for single character also, instead of 0 or more characters. What you say is better works with this one. Then I am asking for 4 numbers, and this is the value. Yes, it works. And it is good enough for this question. Another solution, okay, more generic and more the others, since we have this SQL date and time functions, but your solution is more basic and I think more beautiful, okay? And it is what we should endeavor, what should look for. But also we can use these other date functions, and we can find this date information and the other information and changing the others. We have not seen them, but let's say we can ask Google, or we can ask artificial intelligence about how can I extract month information from ISO date, for example, and use it also. But here your solution is very basic and very good. Thank you. Let's continue. We have talked about aggregate functions. We have talked about then group by. We have average, sum, min, max, and count in the group bys. We have talked about difference between where versus having. Okay, the where clause is used to filter rows before any group by or aggregation. Where filter rows using from the information using row level. Okay, having clause is used to filter rows after group by. Having clause could use aggregate functions. Therefore, we can find this count first name greater than 1 with the having. Okay, here it shows me this information. It is about order of execution. We have this order by. We can use ascending and descending for the order by. We can find this information. We have talk about these top rows or limiting rows. Let's say I would like to here find this which city has the most customers, and I can say that limit 10, for example. It will show me the first 10 of them. Okay. Normally we have this also search first, rows only on the others, but they are harder to use. I suggest using limits for our course. This limit is good enough. We have this set operations. Again, they are beautiful and some people do not know them, but they are very easy to use. Union brings all of them. Union all brings, but these duplicates are also counted twice. In the union, we are filtering the duplicates. We do not count the same name twice. For example, with the union, intersect find us the common in the two sets, except is finding removing these common ones. And for a lot of questions, this shows us very good results. Okay, you can look at this one. They are easy to understand. And we have talked about joins: join, inner join, outer join, cross join, and self join. Okay, inner join gives us the information both in the student and contact info. Outer joins gives us either left join, all of the student information, or right join, all of the contact info information. If you use left outer join or full outer joins, we get to all of the informations. Okay, and we have talked about cross joins. Could you solve questions with the joins? These are important. If I will be asking a questions, most probably I will be asking the join questions. For example, let's see one example. Let me open these tables again. Look at this ER diagram. I have employee, customer, invoice, invoice line, track, album, artist. Okay. I have this media types, for example, and this playlist, playlist track, and the other information. Here, if I ask you to bring me the artists together with their album and tracks information together, how will I write such a SQL statement?
Sorry, Hocam, can you repeat the question?
Let me write the question to you. Please bring me the information artist, album, and track. Artist, album, and track together. First of all, let's start with the select star from artist A. Let's see the information. Okay, name, artist ID. Look at this one. Artist ID is connected to the album with the artist ID. And come here, inner join album. Let's say this is AB on A dot artist ID equals to AB dot artist ID. Then get this information again. Here I am getting information artist ID, album ID, title, and again artist ID. Then I want to connect this information to here, again album ID. Let me come here again. I need to use again inner join. Okay. But here I need to use tract on. Okay. T dot album ID equals to AB album ID. And here, if I run this query, ACDC for those and the other information, as you can see, this information, this is not very well ordered. Therefore, I want to order them, order by. Okay, first of all, A dot artist name, then AB dot title, then T dot track name. Okay, ACDC, breaking the rules, and the other information. Maybe I should not use the track name, but track ID maybe. But track ID doesn't mean any information. Artist, album, and track together. I am joining 3 of them together. Okay, let's continue. The self joins we have talked about, a join which is joined to do in the same table, and employee ID for us, it is the here employee table, and this example is the most well known. Okay, self join. Okay, self join employee table. Why this is important? Since this self join is mostly gives us this hierarchical table, okay, and we can give information about them. Okay, hierarchical tables. Okay, here we can have this hierarchy information using these self joins, and mostly we get these informations with the same table. Okay, and we have these subqueries. Again, this is one of the important topics. I can get a single value with the subqueries. For example, I can select maximum total from invoice. I can subquery list of values, and I can use subquery for a column in select. For example, this subquery for column in select can also be used to replace joins with subqueries. But if you only need only one column, for example, and we can use this subquery from. I already did one example today. Okay, subquery is a very powerful concept, and it could be used in a lot of places according to what you need. Then we have this SQL with statement. In the with statement, we start with name. In the parentheses, we write our query. Then we can select from that information. It is very useful since we are giving the name to these subqueries instead of from statement. Here is we did the same example. For example, here this part. Okay. Here this is, in my opinion, is always more readable than this one. Why? Here I am saying that this names count is this query. Then I am selecting from name count and use this information in below. Here I am creating this subquery from and selecting this part. Okay, but in my opinion, at least, this is more readable, and this is also called literate SQL. And these are the other example with the with. This part, recursive part, okay, was not in the midterm exam, but you are responsible for it in the final exam. Therefore, I would like to go from this recursive query part and finish this this lesson. Okay, we have one more lesson after our 15 minutes break. Here in the recursive subquery, we have this initial select, then we have union, then we have a recursive select. Okay, here for example I am using with. This recursive is optional, but it is suggested that use this recursive to say to your user that this query is recursive. This is name. I am selecting something from initial table, then I have a union all. I have this select from CT name, then I am selecting from this CT, as you can see is here. Okay, this one of the basic example of this one. Recursive CT example. First of all, I start with the recursive. I don't have to enter this one, but it is better that we know. This is the query name. I can also give the column name, and I am giving this one here. Okay, column name. Then I'm using select one. What does select one do? If you run select one, I'm selecting one here. Okay, here in the union all part, I'm saying that select x plus 1 from num. What is num? Num is this recursive query itself. Okay, then I am saying limit 100. What does it do? It creates me numbers from 1 to 100. The first one brings me 1. Then I am selecting select x plus from num. Okay, then I am selecting again, since it is recursive, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 1 5. Then at last I am selecting 100 of them only. Then this will bring me this query. Do you understand how this works? No comment, no idea, nothing at all.
Can you repeat it one more time, hocam? Sorry, wasn't focused.
Okay, this is a recursive common table expression example. Okay, first of all, we start with select one. Select one, what does it do? It brings me a number 1. Select x plus 1 from num. It will bring me a number, the previous one plus 1. Okay, and here I have this limit 100. This query will work 100 times due to this limit. I start with select one. I am adding one and adding this set. I am adding this set. I am adding this set. Okay. Let me show it to you. This example. Here, I am selecting one. This is it. Then I am selecting x plus 1. That is 2 here. And then here, I'm limiting by 2. If it is limit by 3, it will bring me 1, 2, 3. If I limit by 100, it will bring me 1 to 100. If it is not union all but union, it will bring me this information again. Okay. Why I am using union all? Since it is faster. If something is duplicate, I don't want to see it again. Most of the time, it is what I need. Okay, recursive queries works. I have one query. I'm selecting from something. Then, in the next time, instead of selecting from initial table, I am selecting from CT name, like here. Okay. Not to self-reference to the CT name. I am referencing this part. Then at the end, I am also again selecting CT. Initial select, union or union all, recursive select, and CT query. Okay, let me fix this example in this one here. Here, this one gives me the count and the numbers up to that one count. Okay. 0 and 1, 1, 1 and 2, 3, 2 and 3. Sorry, 2 and 1, 3, 3 and 3, 6, 6 and 4, 10, 5 and 10, 15. It is summing and putting these numbers to here. Okay, 2 and plus 3. The next one is the total one. First, it starts from 0 to 0 as total. We have this union all. I am increasing this first one is the count as a 1. The second, but total count from total sum. And this gives us this recursive query as a this number counts. It is not everyday usage, but this is a powerful part of a SQL. Okay, it's recursive common table expressions. This one, another example for adding numbers. Yes, Barton.
Şeklinde duplicate olabilir demiştiniz ya hocam. Hani birden 100'e kadar saydırırken nasıl duplicate olabilir?
In this example, it may not be, but let's say I am counting or I am getting information from a table, okay? And I am using for names and same names, I am going to something else.
Tamam hocam.
Here, this example, as you say, since we are adding, I don't think this union and union, it will be very different. How many rows here? 102, and here again 102. Here it doesn't seem any difference. But let's say I need to find and get the information in the from a table. I will give you one table example in the next lesson, for example, to you. Okay, maybe that will be a better example. Think of it this way. Okay, this recursive CT is possible, and for some cases it is very useful to use for some use cases. Let's talk about SQL paging, and this paging is, again, it is easy. Yeah.
Can you take a break, please?
In 5 minutes, we will be taking a break. 15 minutes break. The lesson, if you look at the calendar, I will be taking a break in 5 minutes. Any other question? The paging means that, for example, let's say I have this customer table and I am getting this information by 5 by 5. It is very useful when we would like to order something. You can see it in a lot of different sites, since they have a lot of, for example, advertisement, a lot of customer, a lot of information. They cannot show everything at once. For example, let's see. This is one more example, Sabina.com. Here, okay, here they are ordering them according to this information, paging them. I can also select them, filter them, but here it is they are paging them according to the information. Let me show, for example, no, not this one. Let me show Konut, then let me show this one, then go to, for example, Ankara. And let me filter. As you can see, about 44,000 minutes. Here, as you can see, they are ordering this information. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50 pages. And we can go to the others. In every page, show 50 results, okay? How we can accomplish this? Why do we need this one? Since showing 44,000, okay, advertisement or 44,000 results in one page is impossible, or it will be very, very slow. Therefore, like here, we need to do this paging. How it is possible in the SQLite, okay? This part. Not this, but here. We work with this limit plus offset. First of all, let's see this our information. Okay, I'm getting here. Let me come here, and this is paging example. Paging example. This is all rows. All rows. Like here, okay, I need to decide how many rows in every page. Let's say, since I don't have 40,000 or 44,000 example, I have only 50 examples. Let's say in one page, in one page show 5 results or 5 rows. Okay, how will I do this one? This is first of all limit 5. This will be the first one. Okay, 5 rows. But my problem is like here. Okay, I need to order them by somehow. They are right now ordering here most probably who paid them as a money or something like that. For us, let's say I would like to order them first name. Then I need to get these rows. As you can see, order by first row. Okay, as you can see, the rows are different. This one okay, again in one page 5 rows ordered by first name. But I would like to have a page, therefore I am putting this one in a width, or I can use another page, but width is a good idea. Again, order should be here. Okay, and here SQLite has this offset, how many I will be not using. For example, offset 20. Okay, I need to write select start from page. I forgot that part. Since I need to use width, then this part. Then here, as you can see, I am skipping first 4 pages, getting next 5, and this is the paging. Again, this is a valuable skill to have. Skip 4 pages. This is 4 multiplied by 5, 20 rows. Show 5 rows. Okay. Any question about this part? Then let us stop. If you leave, the recording will be available.